Good afternoon, everyone. This is Danny. I'm part of the educational staff in AvaTrade. I hope that everybody can hear me properly and see this wonderful disclosure on the screen. If somebody can reply that you can hear me properly, I would appreciate it. Okay, that's wonderful. All right. Okay. So, like I said, there is here the disclosure we have to go through, and then we will explain what the webinar, how the webinar is about to happen. Let's begin with any capital market and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only and should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice or recommendation or a suggestion. Now, feel free to keep reading this wonderful disclosure while I'm explaining what is about to happen in the webinar today. Just a moment, let's make sure it's recorded. Okay, all right. So the webinar will happen in a few segments. We'll begin with a quick intro, who is AvaTrade, what services we provide. Secondly, we'll go through basic functionalities, what is buy, what is sell, margin leverage, and the pending order, stop loss, take profit, etc. Last part, if we'll have time, third part, trading central, a bit about fundamentals. And in the last part, if we'll have time, I'll give you some tips, as we usually at the end, maybe some tips regarding trading. I would like to make sure that it's recorded for the protocol. I know you guys will ask if it's recorded, so I have to make sure it's recorded and everything is in the right place. So I'm gonna take 20 seconds break, and then I'll be back and we'll begin with the webinar. Okay. Okay, so it seems like everything is in place. I see a question from Joseph Baranes, Barantes. How long does it take the webinar? So roughly an hour, maybe a bit less than that, but hopefully an hour, Joseph. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin with opening the this. We need it to be here. Beautiful. So first of all, as many of you know, AvaTrade is founded in 2006. We have 9 licenses worldwide. Our customer service team is 24/6 for you via the live chat or via the cs at avatrade.com if you want to send an email. We also have few kinds of platforms beside what we see here, which is called MT4. We also have MT5 in an app and in the web. We have a web trader, which I will show you in the next few webinars. And we have the app, which is AvaGo. Those are the platforms. Whoever likes to trade options, I highly recommend the Ava options. This is insanely friendly interface with the app, and it shows various kinds of predictions. There is even a tutorial that shows in Ava options. If you go through the website and you trade, you choose trading platforms, Ava options, there is even a video with tutorials. It's insanely interesting. Whoever want to try options, highly recommend to try. Now, the second, we also have some unique features, which unfortunately I cannot show you today because this is MT4. But we also have, let's open up two things. I hope you can see the calculator and the notepad that I have opened on that screen. We also have AvaProtect and we have Ava Social. Okay. In regards to that, those are features you may only find in AvaTrade's facility. And the idea at the end of the day with AvaProtect is to protect the positions into, let me just put it down. So in AvaProtect, you can protect positions up to 2 days. You choose the asset, you choose the time, and you choose the amount of units you want, and then you have a premium that you have to pay. So let's suppose, let's take, what can we take? Just a moment. Philip, the right answer, you're asking, do we have platform to trade cryptos? You can trade crypto in our facility, but it depends on the definition for your account. In other words, I recommend you to ask your account manager. You've been probably, if you open an account and made a deposit and your account is assigned with an account manager, you can ask your account manager, can I trade crypto? Because unfortunately, I'm not, from my place, I can't. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so we have AvaProtect, as I said. At the moment, AvaProtect, we have few elements. Just a moment. Okay, so the idea is we cover a position. If we lose while it's covered, okay, so we gain back the losses. What does that actually means? That means that if I go to gold and even silver, maybe we're gonna go a bit adventurous today. Let's suppose that we took, let's say, 100 units with silver, and we took sell for the sake of the discussion. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to explain every single step that I'm making, every single thing. I'm going to explain to you exactly how and why, and everything will be explained. No need to panic. Okay, just going to put this guy here. We don't know. Let's suppose that we've analyzed and yeah. Okay, we're just going to modify that quickly. All right, fair enough. Let's keep it this way. So at the end of the day, what we have at the moment is, let's suppose we've covered a position, and in the position we have 100 units of silver, okay, 100 units, and what is there? 100 cents difference, okay, 100 cents difference. We have 100 units. Maybe this calculation for beginners will be a bit too advanced. Okay, let's pick something a bit easier. This is why usually gold. Okay, we take gold. Gold is now 1783. Let's suppose we've analyzed it priorly and we took a buy. Okay. And then now we have 1783, and then we're heading to 1787, maybe 8 to make it a round number. Okay, $5 away. $5 away. I can see the questions. There is no need to ask twice, guys. I will address the questions in a moment. Just hold on and let me finish this explanation. $5 versus 10 units equals $50 gain or loss. Okay, if position is covered, obviously, if I lose $50, I gain it back. You will see the loss, but if the position is covered, you will gain it back. Okay, the idea is to cover a position that the fee is small compared to the profits you're about to make. There is no point to cover a position that is supposed to make, I don't know, let's say $100, and the fee is $100. Okay, obviously when you change the time or you change the amount of units, the fee will change along with it, and by the way, the asset. So if, for instance, I choose, let's say, USD/JPY, so perhaps my fee with USD/JPY will be slightly cheaper, okay? And then obviously fewer units, then smaller time frame, etc., etc. Okay, we're not gonna go down to levels that will understand AvaProtect more than that. We don't need, maybe later on. But for the sake of the intro right now with the webinar, we're gonna carry on. Okay, any questions? Any questions regarding what I've explained? Good question. You will pay the fee anyway, even if you make profits. Okay, it's yeah, fee will be paid anyway. Okay, even if profits. But the idea is that that if you cover a position that makes $1,000 and you pay the fee of again 100 or whatever, or any amount of the profits itself, it's worth it. Because it could go the same way. It could go the other way around. Sorry. Okay, let's carry on. Any other questions regarding AvaProtect? How to assign the AvaProtect? Zaid Suna. Beautiful question. How to assign? Basically, as I said in the beginning, this does not apply on the platform that we see now. Okay, that does not apply. You can find it on AvaGo or you can find it in the web trader itself, but not on the MetaTrader 4 or 5. So to assign it, basically there is a golden shield, okay, that you can maybe I can show it to you. Just hold on for a moment. Okay, we'll get back to that. At the end of the day, if you try the app, there is a golden shield when you choose the position before you execute the position. You have a golden shield. If you click on the golden shield, it activates AvaProtect. Okay, and then you can submit after you choose, like I said, the asset and the time and the units. Okay, we'll get to that. At the moment, let's carry on. Any other questions? Yes, I will explain about strategies, but give me time. I'm getting there. Okay, so Ava Social, as I was explaining in the beginning, so we have Ava Protect is one unique, exactly. It's on the AvaTrade platform. So we have Ava Social and we have Ava Protect. As I explained about Ava Protect, we also have Ava Social. The idea is to have a social kind of platform which you can follow other traders and you can get many various kinds of strategies and to follow other traders. And it's very, very nice and recommended to try as a beginner and as an expert trader as well. As I said before, it's part of unique features that we have, and it doesn't cost anything as far as I'm concerned. Maybe we'll change it in the future, but for now, you can use it freely, so why not? Okay, you can find more information on the website under trading platform Ava Social. Yes, this webinar will be recorded. Okay, let's carry on. Yes, as I said, it's in the App Store. Yeah, I'm sorry. Exactly. Okay, so let's carry on. I think we're done with the features. Educational wise, we also have Sharp Trader. Some of you may know Sharp Trader, exactly as it sounds, sharptrader.com. You get there as if you have an account with AvaTrade, you have free access for everything. It's an academy that you can find videos and a lot of explanations in there, and it's very, very, again, recommended to beginners to visit there. One last thing is that we have the Trading Central. Trading Central is something I'll give a word before the end. It's more related to fundamental analysis, again, for the people who are more beginner as well. Actually, beginners as well. Experienced, yes, experienced traders can use fundamental analysis, but actually beginners can use it as well. Beautiful. So we're gonna begin with the actual practical part in the webinar, and we will begin with the guide through. Okay. All right. So this is, as I said, MT4. Let's begin from A to Z. Those are, as you know, tabs related to functions. We'll go through each. If I click here, File, New Chart, so I can choose the assets that I want to see. If I'm looking for a stock, so I can go to CFD stocks and I can take Amazon. or if I'm looking for, let's suppose some agri, and then I can take from here, or maybe cotton if I want. And then I have this clean slate kind of a thing can be addressed from, if you right click on the chart, trading, new order. Okay, again, right click, trading, new order, or you can click here on the clean slate and it opens. Here, shape of candles. This is the traditional question that I ask in each and every webinar, and I will ask it again. Why do we, before I ask, there is no need to explain, self-explanatory. You click here, you have the box for the symbols, okay, with the lot size. All right, maybe we'll explain later what it means. So why we as traders, why do we use candles over this line, which is a bit more artistic kind of, maybe a bit more, I don't know, more nice. Okay, so why do we need candles? Why do we need candles over this line? What makes any difference? If I look at this, I can understand. Maybe let's switch to Amazon, maybe something more significant. Okay, from this, I can understand. Amazon went up, Amazon went down. Amazon went up, Amazon went down. Why do we need candles? Time frames, okay. Shows closing and opening values. Thank you, Sayabonga. Candles communicates better. Yeah, but I need more than that. Measurements, correct. Okay. Candles makes the difference because it has the time frames and allows you to capture if I'm expecting Amazon to move. God knows, let's suppose I'm a weekly kind of a trader and I'm looking at Amazon now being 3 let's open it up, 3280, okay? And I'm expecting from this to get to, let's say, $100 up, okay, to 3380, close potential profit, okay. So how can I know if it's realistic? How can I know if Amazon has the potential to move $100 a day? Maybe it's far-fetched. If I look at Intel, can I expect? Oh, okay. Seems like we have some leftovers. So if I expect Intel to move $100 a day, look, it's not even 100 in its own value. So I can't expect it to move $100 a day. But if I look at Amazon and I look at the daily candles, which this is what they are daily candles. This is what D1 stands for. Okay, if I look at this, so I can see 1, 2, 3 days ago, okay, it's been on that level. So if I'm expecting $100 a day and I make this comparison with the open and the close, I can know that potentially Amazon can move $100 a day. How can I know? Because it's done that. It's done that. I can find candles that moved more than $100 a day. Okay, so candles gives you the measurements and the levels, and it lets you, maybe we'll speak about technical analysis later on. Okay, let's carry on. Zoom in, zoom out. No need to explain. Okay, this one actually lets you, if you want to move the chart a bit. Okay, at the end of the day, if you use this, it lets you hover, click and drag, gives you the ability to see 2 lines. Okay, that can also be done by clicking on this line here, another here. Okay, then you have vertical lines, trend line. Okay. All right, then we have the time frames, indicators, whoever likes Fibonacci and the other kind of averages that we have. And that's it. That's the guide through. Those are time frames. Not gonna explain, no need. Okay, full screen. Beautiful. Any questions regarding the guide through? I'm sorry if I talk too fast. Yes. All right. Yes, I will explain in really in a moment. It's just a moment. It's a process. Okay, but the guide through. Any questions regarding the guide through? Beautiful. Okay, so let's set a goal. At the moment, we have 2 positions open. We are very, very, very extreme today. At the moment, open up a calculator and this notepad. Beautiful. Let's set the goal. Let's suppose that today our goal is going to be what it's going to be. Okay, let's suppose that by the look of what I see here, doesn't really look like a good position, and I decide to change my mind for the sake of the discussion. Same thing, vice versa. Okay, just gonna do this quickly. Put this thing, that thing here. Okay, let's suppose that our goal is $100. We're using gold. Goal $100. Sell. Start price, or maybe open price. Maybe I forgot to explain the logic. Probably beginners could be advisable to know. The logic behind taking a sell when the asset is heading down is, as you can see here. Let me open up a trend line. The idea is to sell something when it's high and to buy it when it's low. As you can see here, this is, let's take maybe another step. At the moment, it seems like it's heading up, although if I look on here, and I can see that it might consolidate in this area, and this is why I choose the sell, just as an example. Okay, but the idea is to sell something when it's high and to buy it when it's low. All right, so we are selling at the moment for the sake of the discussion. We are selling at this is the open 1783. Okay, and our goal is to make, like we said, $100. Let's suppose that we take how many units? Let's suppose we take, let's go with 10. Okay, and then we expect maybe here, it shouldn't be enough. Okay, let's divide 100. Okay, let's work the other way around. This is 1780. Okay, and 1780, if I want to make 100, okay, 100 divided by $2 right now, even $3. So that's 33 units of gold. Okay, let's make it 30. Let's not insist for 100. Let's make it 90 for the sake of the discussion. No, let's keep it 100. Round numbers, it's better. Okay, but let's just extend the. Okay, we'll discuss it in a moment. So 100 divided by $3 difference is 33. Let's suppose that we took 10. If it moves from 1783 to 1780, we're gonna make 30. Okay. All right. So at the moment, the amount of units is gonna be 33. And the price difference is going to be $3, right? Beautiful. So that means that if I multiply the quantities of what I'm trading with over the price difference, I can estimate how much my my position is going to potentially gain or loss. If I don't do that, I have no measurement. Look what is going to happen in a moment. From what I see, I hope that it will happen. That I can show you a little about pending orders. Okay, so the idea here at the end of let's take something else before we carry on, because I want you to see another example. let's use be oil. Okay, let's use oil as an example. Let's suppose that for some reason we think it's heading down. We'll place it maybe here, half a dollar away, maybe even $1 away. Yeah, it's a bit too far. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, let's look together. The lot size here is 1,000 barrels. This is gold. Let's put it this way. Okay. Now our goal stays the same. Everything stays the same. But let's see if it makes any difference. If the lot size makes any difference. Okay. So I want you to see various kinds of things and not all the time the same example. Let's see how many units. Price difference, $1. Okay. So we have 1,000 barrels of oil. And right now we said when something is high, probably we want to sell it. Beautiful. Okay. So we want to sell oil. We think it's going to get from 82 to 81. Okay. And this is one. Oh, there we go. I think something just happened. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll look at that in a moment and we'll understand exactly what happens here. Okay. So at the moment we are waiting for 82 to get to 81. We're holding how many units? We don't know. Let's look together. Okay, we have one lot equals one lot equals 100,000 units. Okay, and that means I suspect I'll have no reason to open another. Okay, never mind. Let's skip it. So one lot, 100,000, right? If I do this, one lot, 100,000. How many barrels will I have if I place here 0.01? This is I'm asking my more experienced guys. Guys, if I have 0.01 in here, how many barrels do I hold? Look, one lot, this is 1,000. If I do this, how many do I have? Franklin, it can't be 1,000. Look, this one is 1,000. This one lot, exactly. So it can't be 1,000. Okay, some vote for 10, 1, okay. Clinton, if you can write back to me why do you think it's 1, that would be good. All right, at the moment I think we have another position. Helen, thank you. You are right. You're absolutely right. Whoever wrote 10 is right. Andula, I'm sorry, but it's not 100. I'll explain to you in a moment why. Right now we have, where is our history? Okay, silver is closed also. Ooh, we're only losing. How unfortunate. Okay, so as you can see here at the moment, we are aiming for 82 to get to 80. Okay, and if I do this, and I can actually see that I look 0.1, that the hundreds, that's 100 units, right? We said, as I said, whoever wrote down that this much equals 10 was right, okay? Because if we look in here and we take 100 units, this is 0.1 that equals 100 units. If we look from 82 to 80, let's just move it 82 to 80. That's $1 difference. And as you can see, it already started to go to that direction. Okay, you can see that it moved higher, and then it moved 10 cents. So 10 cents equals 10 cents in here. And that means, in other words, that if it's going to go against us $1, and we are holding 100 units, we're going to lose. Let's put down units. Okay. I hope it's understood. We don't have enough time to make more examples to this because we have to carry on. Let's see why our positions were closed. Okay. Let's see. We've lost $10 with gold when we took 1783 and it went down to 1780. Okay. We lost $10 even though this was supposed to see, look, this is $1 difference when we have 10 units. We unfortunately we practically don't have time for more examples. Maybe I'll give another one in a moment. Okay, but for the sake of the discussion, just I'm gonna show something similar to natural gas. I'm sure you can correlate that. Okay, so at the moment, as I said, this is 10 units of of gold. 10 units of gold, $1 difference, 10 units. That's exactly the same equation. Have a look. 10 units, $1 equals $10 losses. How come 1057? This is exactly the result. Okay, beautiful. And obviously triggered by itself because I've marked the stop loss. Now, a stop loss, okay, SL stop loss. Let me put it here for you guys. I think we're done with, yeah, okay. We have Penny, okay. I'm not gonna feed you the answer. Let me ask you first. Why would I mark something in here that made me lose once, twice? Why have I done this to myself? Why have I marked stop loss? Is this it's a negative thing. Should we use stop loss? Shouldn't we use stop loss? Is that a good thing? Stop loss, guys. I'm asking about stop loss. Okay. Is that good? Okay, some of you say yes, reduce your risks. Okay. Okay. So why have I lost money? Look, look in here. I've lost twice in a row. Why did I lose? Okay. Maybe I can look to let's look get together now and see. Okay. Exactly. Arthur is saying that you could lose more if I didn't have a stop loss. Okay. Due to stop loss, you lost. Okay. Well, the idea is, guys, that I actually let's take another cell just to show you the difference. And this time we're gonna do it very extremely. We're gonna take maybe just to show you guys here. Okay, let's suppose we're gonna take here a cell so we can see the difference. Again, $1 here, $1 there, 17, 80. Let's make it even 6. I don't know, 7 even. And then in the take profit, 17, 80. Okay. Now, let's make it even. Okay. Let's look together. Okay. Let's look at the bigger picture. Now, again, took one lot, 100 units. The stop loss, the job of the stop loss is to prevent you from losing with proportion. I can't place with such a big asset, I can't place a stop loss a dollar away and to expect it's not going to be triggered. It's my job as a trader to determine how close my stop loss would be. If I put it too close, it might trigger. If I put it too far, so maybe I'm going to lose a big chunk. This is related to risk money management, right? Okay, can somebody please tell me, what exactly is risk money management? Okay, let's suppose if I take one lot like this, okay, I took here one lot, okay, and my potential loss, okay, loss is, let's say, 1,000, okay, $1,000 potential loss. Balance right now, how much we have? 9864. Okay, is that a good thing or a bad thing? If I lose 1,000 out of 10, roughly 10%, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And I put my stop loss, let's suppose my stop loss is 1784. Let's suppose I place it 94. Where is 94? Here. Okay, and I go to sleep. I go to sleep and I lose 1,000. I lose 1,000 out of 10,000. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, Clinton saying bad, Philip bad, Joseph bad, Franklin bad. It's too high for risk from Leslie. Mashabella also saying bad, Temba bad. Okay, so it seems like you guys understand exactly. Okay, all right, beautiful. So it seems you understand the logic. Now, if it's bad, I guess that what you guys are actually saying is, because from one side you're saying stop loss is good, but to lose too much is bad. So what? How can I use the stop loss to my favor rather than stop loss trigger if too close, right? Now that's exactly, thank you, Helen. How do you define the stop loss? How do you define the stop loss? According to exactly what? Identify levels. Okay, so if for instance, you see our position now is meant to make 400. Okay, right now we have open how much? Let's see, 1784 minus 1781. Okay, equals $3, right? $3 difference versus 100 units. How so? How so? How have 100 units? Because one lot is hundreds. 100 units. Okay. So if I make 300, okay, profits when my balance is this, is that a good goal? If I make $300, guys, when my balance is nearly 8,000, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's not a lot of money. Yeah, I agree with you with that. It's not a lot of money. It's my question here is not it's not if it's a lot of money. My question is, if I make $300 and my balance is almost 10,000, is that a good thing for me to carry on as a trader? Depend on the strategy. Okay, but Never mind, never mind, never mind. Most of you, I see here, most of you writing good. The Zaid is writing good. Emmanuel, it's okay. I see, I see. Um, exactly, that's exactly what I was looking for. It's proportional. It's proportional. It's proportional because if I aim to make with almost 9,000, if I aim to make 10,000, okay, another 10,000 on a position. So I might accidentally wipe out my account, right? So if I connect this to risk money management, so that means that my stop loss has to be proportional to what I'm willing to sacrifice to carry on. I can't lose 1,000 if I have 10, because this will drag me down too fast. But if I lose 100, haraf, I still have a long way to go. And that means exactly you can adjust your stop loss during the trade. Philip is asking, can you adjust the stop loss during the trade? Definitely you can. And more than that, if you move your stop, let me show you. Okay, we'll wait for if gold is going to get to profit. I would like to show you something quite amazing, okay, that not many people know. It's going to happen any moment now. Let's see if I can make it happen. It's a bit complicated for that to happen. Hopefully it will go a bit lower, but hypothetically, I can move the stop loss toward my position. Okay, I can move it. And then I can trigger the stop loss with the profit, if it makes sense. Because let's suppose now 1780, I can take the profit if the gold get to here, let's suppose here, okay? And I need to go to work. I don't want to stay next to the computer and start measuring variations. I want to go to work, okay? So at the end of the day, if gold has passed that segment, okay, 1783, okay, let's suppose that I've even just put down the levels here. Okay, let's suppose that it pass 1783. So I can drag my stop loss in here, and then if it triggers, I'm gonna get the profits. Okay. Now this is something not many people know. Yes, of course. Yeah, of course. You can adjust the take profit as well. Of course, you can move the take profit also while it's moving. But nobody guarantees that it's a good idea. Okay, so Joseph is asking, how can I open a position with $1 loss if I hit stop loss and $2 profit if I took the take profit? I'm not sure, Joseph. Your question, unfortunately, is not. If you can elaborate a bit better, I can definitely explain to you. Okay, so how come? I would like to ask you something very, very important. I took 100 units, 100 units, units, units of gold when balance is. I've been told that I'm quite amazing in my life, but I've never been called a magician. And yet I've managed to get a position value for, let's see, 1780, 1784 multiply 100. Yeah. How did I manage to sell a position of $178,000 with a balance of less than 10? Can somebody explain me that? How did it happen? You guys are my witness, basically, so you should be able to explain that. How did we acquire, guys, nearly 200,000 value position with less than 10K? Makes no difference. Can I go to the mall and purchase an iPhone that costs 1,000? I see. Some my more experienced guys already have the answer on the chat. Ibrahim, you're very close, but it's not the answer. Margin is not the answer, guys. It's kind of the answer, but I'm looking for the particular definition. Maybe it's leverage. And that's Franklin, that's the right answer. Leverage, guys, leverage, leverage, leverage. Exactly, thank you very much. So at the end of the day, leverage is letting us do what we usually, okay, if we take the balance, of course, it doesn't make any sense. And if we say leverage here equals, let's see how much it is, okay? If we occupy the position at the moment with gold, and let's suppose leverage is 1 to 10, okay? So what exactly does it mean? I see what you mean by that. Joseph, I will give you an answer if I'll have time before the end of the webinar, but at the moment I'm explaining about marginal leverage, few minutes. Ibrahim is saying 10 times your balance. That could be right in theory, okay, but it's not practically the the money. It's only the ability. It's only the ability. That means that if I'll go for if my leverage is 1 to 10 with gold, okay, so that means that particularly with gold, I can buy my this balance. Well, again, only on the paper and only for gold will be, just a moment, let me show you, this much. But if I'll choose, let's say wheat, we already have it here. Never mind, close it. Okay, so as you can see here, maybe with wheat, it's gonna be different. Let me try and show you, maybe I can show you this, move a little more. So the leverage actually lets you the ability to sustain more quantities without having the proper balance, okay? In other words, leverage of 1 to 10 balance this will turn, like we said, to, okay, and then we have something called margin. Okay, so we understand it's important, guys, that you'll understand that what you have with one asset is not going to apply necessarily to the other asset. Okay, it's not that if you have leverage of 1 to 10, all of your positions will be that you'll be able to use 1 to 10 for all of the contracts. Cryptos might be different, stocks might be different, indices might be different. Okay, so keep in mind that sometimes you don't want to what can happen if I over leverage myself, if I take a position that really brings me to the edge of my margin? Let's suppose I have now 10 and I can buy with 98. Let's suppose I fulfill all of my, I use all of my leverage. I maximize my leverage. Is that a good thing or not? Margin call. All right. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Could be good, but this kind of answers could be good. It's too diplomatic. I'm looking for it's risky, terrible. Okay. Disaster and risk money management, right? Philip, you're asking where you can see the leverage, and the answer is if you go to the website and click on financial instruments, you will find your leverage there. If you search for every asset, you click on the white area, and then it shows you it's too risky, it's terrible. Yeah, I see you guys understand. So if I maximize my leverage, I'm gonna be in a problem at some point, because if I can't comply to what I call the margin impact, which means maybe margin requirement, if I really want to be precise and professional in regards to that, is something that if I don't have the margin requirement, if I don't have can't hold position anymore. In other words, margin call. And this is something most of new clients in the beginning has to consider. Don't use your margin, don't use your leverage to the bad. Use it as an advantage. Use it when you have a stop loss proportions to your balance. Otherwise, like my professional guys in the webinar have answered, you might get margin call. And then, okay, so at the end of the day, we have discussed, let's see, we have a question, when we use 1 to 10 leverage, when the position hit the stop loss, how much will we lose? Okay, let's imagine at the moment we took gold, no more gold, that's it, I had enough. Let's take platinum, yeah, why not? Platinum is relatively very beautiful kind of a metal. You can make very strong metal as far as I'm concerned. Let's look at platinum at the moment, experiencing some nice levels of consolidation. Let's assume that you guys have done some prior analysis and you've came to the conclusion the moment that the consolidation area is between those levels. And as Joseph has asked, how much do you lose if you can't really comply to the margin requirement? Now, at the end of the day, platinum is this much. And let's imagine leverage of 1 to 20 makes balance worth, how much does it worth? If my balance is almost 10K, let's round it to 10K. Imagine it's 10K, okay? My balance before leverage is 10,000, okay? The leverage is 1 to 10. How much my balance is going to be? What's the strength of my balance applied? If I have leverage of 1 to 20 and my balance is 10. Exactly. Leverage, Ibrahim is asking if leverage depends on the volatility. Negative, it does not. It built in the account in the definitions. So your leverage is known. It's not gonna change unless there was really a severe change in the platform. At the moment, it stays the same, okay? 200,000, okay? This is again buying power. No, it's not a loan. It's not a loan. A lot of people think that a margin is leverage is a loan. It's definitely not. Okay, if we have a leverage of 1 to 20, so how much is the margin requirement? Okay, how much is that? So the margin requirement in this case is going to be 100% divide by 20. Why divided by 20? Because of this guy. Okay, 1 to 20, so divided by 20, that's 5. As you can see here, 100 divided by 20, 5. Beautiful. 5%. 5% out of what? 5% of the value of the position. Therefore, 52. So per unit equals 52. So if, for instance, 0.25. Okay, so if, for instance, I take one lot, 100 units, and then I put here 100 multiply. This is the value multiplied 100, 104, 500, and I multiply this number by 5%. This is the margin that I have to comply to, okay? Margin impact is going to be, okay? If I don't have that, my position will be closed. Understood? Beautiful. So, few words. We have roughly a few minutes. We're gonna call it a day soon. Any questions before I explain about fundamental analysis? Just a word before we finish for today. Any questions? Right. I promised to explain about strategies. That's okay. Let's connect that to the trading central, and then we'll get two birds with one stone. Let's look at Amazon's such a beautiful company where Jeff Bezos have brought it to. Right now, she delivers a lot of things online to people at home. Okay. Whether if it's to buy or to sell it, only God knows. Let's see. Helen, you don't really need the link from me. You just need to go to YouTube and type in AvaTrade, and you will find it. Okay. I'm gonna send the webinar to upload a webinar. And just a word. Let me. Okay. So 3781. 3176 2884. If I see this magnificent company and I've received an email that Amazon right now has functions drones, okay, functional drones that can deliver automatically. You put in the website, your address. I think it actually exists. I don't know if it exists. You put in your address, and you don't even have to go anywhere. You don't have to pay anything special. You get a drone, gives you the package straight to you with no extra charge within a day. That's a cute idea, right? What do you think will happen if you receive something like that via email? What will happen with Amazon here? Will it head up, being innovative and etc., or it's a bad thing? Now they're gonna start using drones instead of. Okay, okay. Siabonga is voting up. Ibrahim up. Thimba up. Kelly, South will go up. Any other votes before we close the. Franklin up. Up. Joseph up. Okay. Adonola up. Arthur, everybody up. Okay. All right. The reason that you guys have chosen up is because it makes sense. And this is what fundamentals are all about. It's not about the numbers or the statistics or the levels or the candles. It's mainly about the idea is if the agenda of the company is to be innovative and it's giving you a reason as an investor to put your money in it, and it gives you the every piece of information that we read or understand is actually could indicate a bit better where the market is heading. Now, if I tell you guys, listen, Tesla, where is Tesla? Tesla is here. Okay. If I come to you and say Tesla is right now with all the this is insane, by the way. I want you guys to understand this is in percentage. This is she doubled itself, I think, in a matter of God knows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Let's suppose that Tesla here is about to manufacture a car, smaller car, cheaper car, lower quality, and obviously it's going to have an impact, negative impact. Well, not necessarily, right? But it has the potential to drop Tesla quite significantly. In other words, if it's a good thing, so it's heading up. If it's a bad thing, so maybe it's heading down. You can also use reports. Okay, you can find reports online, or maybe we can send it to you via Trading Central. I highly recommend you guys not to be lazy and to combine both fundamental and technical analysis. I know sometimes it's slower, but to be honest, to make money fast? Well, every trader has his own agenda. I think no need to rush when it comes down to money. All right, beautiful. So I hope that everybody enjoyed. No problem. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. And I think I've seen you in my past 3 webinars. It's great. I want to thank you all. It's been a pleasure giving you this webinar again. Hopefully, I'll see you next Wednesday as well. And that's it. I hope that we beginners now feel a bit more confident to go ahead and start moving. And advanced traders, it's always good to sharpen your skills again. And that's it. I wish you all. I think we disclosed for today. Yes, the webinar is over. It's a pleasure, and that's it. I wish you all best of success. You can find it in YouTube. Yes. Um, I'm sorry, Joseph. I'm sorry. I have to give a lecture in less than an hour. I have to drive now, and I wish you all best of luck with your trading. And that's it. Have a good day.